4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Your support has arrived. I'm taking care of you. I've got you. You should be at peak performance levels. I will not waste this opportunity.
The objective is now
And they say chivalry is dead. And they say chivalry is dead.
Get behind me! Observe the man!
not ready. This will heal.
Schutzengel is done. Damage increased.
Barrier is unstable.
Move back.
Hello.
Cheers, lad. The cavalry's here. Where does it hurt? The power. I am empowered. Enemy contact.
Observe the barrier.
Get back.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Did someone call a doctor? Your support has arrived. Heroes never die. Let's get you back out there.
Justice reigns from all.
Hello, hello.
We still need you.
I'm back. Allow me to
I'm
repair
taking
the damage.
Welcome to Overwatch with Soldier, and his mic is actually working now. I am joined by Spilo, and he doesn't know he's unmuted now, so
Oh, cool.
it's the block where they talk to everybody on stream.
Big surprise. Yeah, it would be cool if I could get an invite so that I can, you know, spectate the game. It'd also be nice if Streamlabs would work so I could have game audio. That would be super crazy fantastic. Super crazy.
What does Streamlabs got to do with game audio?
I have my gaming PC and I have my streaming PC, and I run all of my audio. I run all of my video and audio through the streaming PC because it lets me then control audio with my mixer rather than with, you know, PC controls.
Hmm.
Ready for battle.
I think you
Very
just
big.
talked dirty to me.
I what?
I'm pretty sure you were just talking dirty to me there for a second.
No, I think I just big brained you too hard.
But anyways, we have for people that are on stream wondering what the hell is going on, we have our Division 1 semifinals games going on right now with Choco Bros versus Young Bombers. They're both pretty OG teams. Young Bomber being a little more OG at this point because they didn't split up and combine into one. Choco Bros is kind of the love child of two previous teams of Cardinals and Kaizen, so if anybody else is around, they would know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this, to be honest. I'm a big fan of both Chocobros and the Young Bombers, and already Chocobros off to a strong start. Is Snotty a new member of the team? I'm not familiar with Snotty. I know everyone else on this roster. I don't know Snotty. As far as the Young Bombers, yeah, classic team, classic lineup. I don't know that I recognize Val or Lightless so much on there.
Lightless changed his name from Vish.
Oh, okay, so that's Vish. All right. Is Val new or am I just dumb?
Probably a little both.
Okay.
Barrier in place.
I mean, am I dumb in this specific scenario? No, I know I'm dumb in general. That did not require dumb. What is Pikachu doing? They're going deep. They went to boop out the Young Bombers from behind their shield, and somehow it managed to pay off. They got a kill onto Kaz as well. That's insane. Bubble Bo is going to get a big Hanzo kill onto Milksteak.
Pika has always been a crazy Lucio.
Gotta go hard sometimes. And they ran back to spawn just to get Popcorn back into the fight a little bit quicker. Good heads up play from Lucio there. Now Popcorn just laying in shots with the Bastion, but now they do have to deal with Farah in the air. Lightless back in this fight. They're gonna let it rip with that barrage. They get the kill onto Ponyo, but Snotty finds two in the meantime. Both killing the enemy Sigma and Farah for their troubles. And then Snotty gets the snowball strike into Val's face. Got some music playing. And yeah, this has not been a good look for the Young Bombers so far. Now, how are these teams matched up in terms of SR? Oh, Snotty will fall to Lightless, though. That was a big kill. Some swaps coming through for the side of the Young Bombers. And it looks like we might see Val just kind of going for that back cap on the point, trying to keep the team healed a little bit. But yeah, no, they are going to go for that back cap, try and do what they can, but Ponyo's there to intercept them. Going to have to fall back. Gets the boop onto Pikachu, though, trying to keep something going for their team in overtime, and it's not going to be enough. A big hammer comes through,
Victory.
and that's going to be game 2 Chocobros.
But anyways, we have for people who are on stream wondering what the hell is going on. We
Play
have our,
of the game.
Mercy with play of the game. Oh, this is going to be a battle Mercy play. All right. Let's go. That's pretty hype. Okay, got Pikachu with the kill onto Val, then kill onto Lightless. Go for 3? No, still 2 is still incredibly impressive. That was kind of nuts. You ever just see a word and have no idea how to pronounce it? Because that's where I'm at with Snotty's card there. Accreation? Is that right? It's a strange word. Not in my vocabulary, I can tell you that much. Not in my lexicon of...
Butter pay grade.
Yeah. Wait,
So-
you're getting paid?
Yeah, right. So, Chocobros, to answer your SR question, is 4113 according to our calculations, which is top 3 of the team averaged, and Young Bombers is 3790.
So a little bit of an SR difference there. Not too drastic, but enough where it could make a difference.
Well, just because I've been friends with these people for so long, Young Bombers suck, so they're gonna lose from them, so.
Ow.
No, both teams are really good, especially all my old school friends that have been sticking with actually. I mean, you're reaping what you're doing right now. That have been sticking with like Milksteak and Pickles and Pie and Popcorn and Bobo. They all have been really good at least recently, from what I understand, have been putting some time into the game. I know a bunch of them got up to Masters. I think one or two of them may even hit low GM at some point. I think we lost Speed Lemon.
No, I'm here. I was just fixing my mic for obvious reasons. Anyway, yeah, sorry. My having some wonky audio going. Trying to figure out what's going on there.
We got some smack talk on Twitch right now.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we do.
Very nice. Gotta love the BM. In Twitch chat or in oh, here
Twitch.
we go. 70%, not 90%.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't see the history of Twitch chat, which kind of sucks.
I actually just had it open all the way from yesterday. I never closed the channel.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Yeah, so I have this entire games. We may be down our only caster, so you get to watch pure gameplay. Sorry, bros. No pure gameplay here. You ready for a lovely milk steak? It's gonna get milky, creamy, as they say. Look at that! Look at the butt on Sigma. My goodness, I never noticed that before. That is a very pronounced rear. That boy's got. He's seriously wearing assless chaps.
They're gonna have to recreate him.
I'm not even joking. Why? Why, Sigma?
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Oh, speaking of why, we got popcorn on Torbjorn. That's definitely a why. Oh, Snotty going low very early there, along with ignored pie. So Chocobro's just going with the cheese early on. Although, is Torbjorn really like a cheese pick on this map? It almost seems viable, which is a horrifying thing to say. Especially when he can just camp near spawn. And still get tons of value out of his own turret. And they're just not working. Young bombers are kind of tearing through him here.
That's quite the rock to the face that Kaz took.
Yes. It looks like we got a res coming in as well, so Kaz going to get back up. Won't be down for long. Still a full team for the young bombers.
Ooh, switch sides. I'm gonna have to update that. Hi Connor, welcome to the stream, sir. What are you doing?
Lightless goes down. Ooh, some justice coming down from Lightless. Taking out Bobo. Milksteak finds Ponyo. It's back and forth right now with Pikachu and Bobo picking up some kills for the Chocobros. Kaz will find Pikachu though. This can be a very hard point to push on. Just because there's so much that the defense can do. Especially with, I mean, double barrier is still very good. You know, I haven't been keeping up. Has the nerf to the barriers gone up, or is that still PTR only?
I think like that's coming next week, I think.
Okay, so we're still in double barrier very much. Well, all it took was a nano Rhine to just kind of smash through everything, and Chocobros have found themselves the first point.
We should bring back the speed boost on Nano.
Speed boost. Nano Lucio, make it happen. Quad speed. We got Nat with the supercharger ready and in a good position with Bastion. They could really do some damage here once that payload moves up just that little bit further.
What the hell's Popcorn doing?
How's Popcorn? That's a good question. How is Popcorn doing? They have their ultimate. They got the molten floor. And there it goes. Oh, they're just letting it rip all over everyone's face. Oh my god. Okay,
that was disgusting.
Well, that was not okay. That was not okay.
I think that's illegal.
Wait, that's illegal.
Regen burst activated.
You know what they say though, it'd be like that sometimes. Too hot for you?
You know, Val might be Koner.
Val might be what?
Koner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has reached the checkpoint.
Oh,
I don't know
my
everybody's
God.
battle tags anymore. There's
Popcorn,
hundreds of them.
You need to stop. My goodness, this is not okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to implement hero bans. Popcorn's gonna keep doing this.
Implement hero ban. Have it be like Smash Bros. Both teams get to pick one hero to ban.
Plans for you.
If you're ever going up against Helios, you just pick Pharah, and they lose. I mean, they probably lose anyway, but you know.
The payload is secure. Move it out. Get back in the fight.
Kaz now just kind of laying into them with Bastion. I mean, that's kind of been their strat all game, but you know, it works. Oh god, with the Orisa pull, it is just savage. If they had the supercharger, that would have absolutely just devastated them.
Team up for special attack.
Well, it's been a good run, Reinhardt, but yeah. You're kind of a big target. Oh my gosh, no one's even going to be able to regroup.
Oh my god, he's good.
Don't feed the robot. First rule of video games.
Well, they just fed the heck out of the robot.
Yeah, no, he's like a Mogwai. You feed him after midnight, he turns into just like a gremlin. You feed him after midnight, he turns into Torbjorn. Oh, and they got the Hanzo to scout and see exactly where they are. It's so weird to have Hanzo on support for Bastion, but you know, here we are. Just melting through every barrier he sees.
Heroes never die.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well now they're past the point where Bastion's really gonna be useful. They're gonna have to rotate now. And he has the tank configuration to do it. Oh my goodness, no! Why? Why is this allowed to happen? They're gonna need to do something though, because that payload's getting very close, and I don't think anyone's really there to stop it. Okay, it is.
I was gonna say that was very close.
Yeah, that was probably a little closer than they wanted. Kaz finally gets shut down, but oh, Milksteak with the big Graviton Flux to stall out just a little bit longer. Will fall with an Earth Shatter. Ignore Tai goes down, Pikachu goes down, and we might actually see a hold here. I mean, they have to hold for another 2 minutes, but Young Bombers looking pretty solid on that defense there.
I mean, this isn't Team Young Bombers. This is Team Lightless and Milksteak. That's what that was.
I mean, that was Team Kaz. Let's be real.
I mean, Lightless and Milksteak at least put pressure on him, right?
Speaking of pressure, that flux and then the molten floor underneath it. Oh no, the floor is lava and you are in it. Popcorn running wild. This is the most value I've ever seen a Torbjorn provide to their team. Like by a landslide. Not even close. Team kill. Will secure Chocobros the capture with 1 minute 15 seconds remaining. I mean, it's a beatable time. For sure, but you gotta think that Chocobros would have liked to, or sorry, the Young Bombers would have liked to have stalled that one out a bit more. Because you're definitely at an advantage on maps like this if you are, if you can push the point fairly far, or push the payload very far. You then really just need to win a single fight to capture the next point. I feel like most of the good choke points are right before a capture point on this map, which does kind of make it very like one fight, and the Young Bombers were definitely winning a majority of the fights in that last round.
Are you gonna pull an SO on me from yesterday? He was telling me the team that's gonna win this is gonna be the one that plays better, and what was the other one? He had shit. He was just like making like obvious statements. I was like, yeah, the better team is gonna be the one that wins. Makes sense.
I mean, that's not always the case, you know. New York was out in the first round of Season 1 of the Overwatch League playoffs, so. The better team doesn't always win.
Okay.
Well, the team that plays better, I should say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, come on, Helios Diem has won.
4, 3, 2,
I just love giving them crap.
They deserve it.
Oh, we got the cheese already? Popcorn moving off of the Torb onto a much more respectable hero in Symmetra. Why would you do this to anyone? Chocobro is just kind of wiping out the entirety of the young bombers there. That was not okay. Can't believe you've done this. Yeah, Popcorn's got the teleporter in a good spot. Giving the young bombers a bit of a taste of their own medicine with trying to hold them near the spawn as long as humanly possible. Yeah, that immortality field is keeping both teams up through some ridiculous DPS. But now Kaz, Milksteak, and Nat are going to be able to just bust through. Kaz getting extreme value on both the Bastion and the Hanzo. Very diverse hero pool there. Or rather, very different heroes.
See that which is unseen.
You know, Bastion generally considered a very high-skilled hero, and Hanzo considered a very meme pick hero. Not a lot of pros playing Hanzo out there. A lot of pros playing Bastion, though. Kaz just going up top. He's looking for the Pharah. Yeah, it's not often that you see a bowman go hunting for a jetpack wielding rocket goddess. But you know, here we are. No, Bobo is just going to. Yep, they're just gonna let the barrage rip. They managed to get Kaz and Young Pickles with it, but Lightless will take them down. As you know, you don't survive a barrage as Pharah unless you kill the entire other team before they even have a chance to respond. Milksteak doing his best to stay alive there, but Piggy Boy can only handle so much before he will fall. Chocobros just before that checkpoint are able to get a hold. Minute 45 remaining. Still very doable for the young bombers to come in and capture that point, but now the payload is moving backwards and they definitely want to get in there and contest. Not let that happen as much as possible.
Everything by design.
Milksteak just firing on into the crowd, trying to, well, I mean, he already has the ult charge, but oh! Big kill onto Popcorn, and that's his cue to go. Just lets loose. The Dragon Strike comes in as well from the Hanzo. Yo, misses the hook onto the Moira, was trying to get the read on the fade. Not quite, but looks like we'll actually end up getting a kill onto Bobobo. And Milksteak keeping this fight alive for the team. Will get pulled into the air. Oh, manages to stay alive through healing despite the Sigma Graviton. Just trying to not, it looks like might finally fall. No, my gosh, the sustain of Roadhog is just so crazy and may be what the team needs to get across this first checkpoint here. Val doing some work for the team as well, finds Bobobo and Snotty. Oh, Popcorn gets so low, but manages to find the health pack and retreat. It doesn't matter. That's going to be a fight win for the young bombers. Milksteak hunts down the, jeez, the Tracer. This is some crazy play coming out from Milksteak today.
That's a pretty big stagger.
Yeah, that was real clutch in that last fight, and being able to go and hunt down the Tracer while the payload was still in motion, that's big. Bobobo, though, finds Lightless early. That's not going to be great. Now Bobobo is either going to have to run into this fight at the last second or just be waiting for the rest of the team. Ooh, Snooty will get the kill on the Milksteak. Milksteak finally falling. Nat finds Snooty, though. Still a little bit back and forth, but Ignored Pie is going to let loose with the Primal Rage. Finds Young Pickles, but Lightless finds them returning to the fight.
Not yet.
And it looks like, for the time being, the payload is going to continue motion. Ooh, a little bit of a... most of the kills so far in the last engagement, in the last two engagements, have seemed very staggering. No, like, real big, like, everyone moves in. It's just, like, a pick here. You're playing very cautiously. And I don't know that Chocobros really want to play this one cautiously. They only have a 1-0 lead right now. They can't really be affording to... I guess just play so passively and let Lightless just let loose with things like that, because then they start to get steamrolled and you get very close to the end game for this point, and they are going to be able to get the cap right there. It was looking a little bit rough on the first point. but they had a very solid roll through on the second. Now we will see how Chocobros are able to defend on the third. Gonna need to have a very, very strong push with almost no interruption if they want to match or beat the time set by the Chocobros.
I mean, it's more than, certainly more than doable. I mean, they have maybe a push or two to beat this time.
Snotty lets loose, manages to grab up both of the tanks in the Graviton Flux. Unfortunately, doesn't get the kill onto either, but Lightless does manage to kill Bobobo in it. And then Ignored Pie going to fall to Milksteak. Snotty just doing what he can to keep this fight going, but the staggered kills are not good for the Chocobros. And a very late kill onto Pikachu. That is not, you definitely don't want to be losing a healer that late in the game. It's going to force the Chocobros to play a little bit more passively, and they also have no ultimates. They have 0 ultimates to work with, and there are 4 on the side of the Young Bombers. Val's probably going to have hers in the next fight because, you know, it's Moira, and Moira just does that. But Popcorn finds Lightless early, no Deadeye going into this next fight. That could be huge for the Chocobros if they want to hold. And it looks like the Young Bombers are actually just going to elect to back off a little bit, wait for the engagement until they have access to that Deadeye. Now Lightless letting the Deadeye... Ooh, no, that was Bobobo letting the Deadeye rip. Doesn't find anyone with it. Lightless letting it rip himself. Has 2, only manages to take out Ignored Pie. The Immortality Field keeping Bobobo alive. Bobobo very close to death. Will get shut down by Lightless and a very, very clutch
This is the time to push.
This is absolutely the time to push. All they really have going is Popcorn, but they're going to just blast him in the face. Lightless providing crazy value for the team right now. And now you have a flanking McCree. Not great if you're Chocobros, but they are able to get in there and get some very clutch kills. 1 minute remaining, so no hope for a better time. Ooh, for the Young Bombers, Lightless falling late. That is no bueno. Really only going to be time for one solid push here. But this map has been very back and forth, so it's hard to call how this one's going to play out. What are you doing, Popcorn? Popcorn saying, I'm here.
It's honey.
I don't know what the implication there is. Anyway, Milksteak gets demacked on the Diva. Oh, they are going to get the kill onto this Nyata, and they were going for a baby Diva kill onto Baptiste as well, but Baptiste threw down the Immortality Field. Now Popcorn, Ignored Pie, and Snotty are just popping off, taking out the members of the Young Bombers left and right with 7 seconds remaining. Oh no! Oh, Kaz teleported there, but Bobobo had the read and just shot him in the face. Oh, it was going to be so good and sneaky, but oh my gosh, that was quite the shutdown.
Play of the game.
That hammer was absolutely huge for them. I don't think that they would have been able to like stop the cap if it weren't for the combination of the Transcendence and hammer. That was huge. 28% of hero's damage for Lightless as well. So Lightless playing a big role for the team, but unfortunately not quite enough to clutch out a win. On Havana Unana.
That was a weird match. That was very weird. Like
Very back
Chocobros,
and-
yeah, Chocobros was like very dominant on their push, and then on our defense they were very much not dominant.
Yeah, that was the thing. They were playing very passively for the first 2 points, and on the kind of towards the end of the third point, they really started to go, okay, you know, we need to play a bit more aggressive. We need to engage them rather than letting them start the engagements. And when you kind of force engagements out of your opponent, you're forcing them to play your game.
I wonder if Popcorn being on the Torbjorn was the deciding factor on the push. I mean, because he was on Widowmaker the entire time, I think, for the defense.
Yeah,
Maybe he was the carry-ish.
The hard Torbjorn carry. You know, I mean, it's weird to think
We've seen
about, but
weirder
they were
things.
getting so many kills on that Torbjorn. They're getting so much value out of Torbjorn. I said it, and I wasn't even joking. More Torbjorn, or like more like good Torbjorn than I've ever seen. That the Torbjorn provided more value to Chocobros than I've ever seen a Torbjorn provide to a team. Outside of maybe Capture the Flag, which is frankly a mode designed for heroes like Torbjorn.
As speed limit does a line of coke.
What?
What?
Oh, am I sniffling? No, that was allergies.
Just some rails.
It's fall in Texas, which means I'm allergic to everything.
Yeah, it's not. It's supposedly fall in Pennsylvania, but it's really winter.
Yeah. Well, it was summer till about 4 weeks ago. And then it suddenly became 30 degrees. And then it kind of was like, okay, maybe we turned down the AC a little bit too much. And then they turned it back up, so now it's 70 out pretty much every day, which is nice. I like it, but because of those days where it was 30 degrees, all the leaves are falling, and I'm like, yay, my allergies. No amount of medicine can overpower cedar.
I like the smell of cedar. But I think the worst for me is when the heat first kicks on. You get all that yummy dust that's been laying in the.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. It's very frequently set off my smoke alarm. Because, do you know how often we actually have to use the heat in Texas?
I'm assuming almost never.
There's like an 8-month gap. We have to use heat for like maybe 3 months of the year. Like January, like mid January to late March is pretty much it. Like okay, so I'll use this as an example. When I moved down here in 2016. New Year's Day 2017, I went to Six Flags in a t-shirt and shorts because it was 75. Granted, the last 2 years it's been snowing, but you know,
that's ridiculous. You probably got everybody down there that has summer tires, and whenever it snows, it probably is the end of the world.
Ready for battle.
Oh yeah, no, everyone, when it rains, people lose the ability to drive down here. And when it snows, everything shuts down. Like if there's a flurry, schools shut down. Because they don't have snow tires. They don't have ice trucks to deal with the ice on the roads. Like when it seems ridiculous that the entire city would shut down, you know, when there's a flurry, but considering how little snow they get here, you have to go, well, is it really worth it for them to invest in, you know, enough snow trucks to handle everything?
4, 3, 2,
and it's weird that like how much like Midwesterners and Northerners kind of take that type of stuff for granted.
Well, we're kind of jealous that you get decent roadways down there, because our roads get destroyed from the hot to cold, and all the salt being destroying.
Oh yeah, I'm from Chicago. I'm very familiar with the joys of eternal road work.
Well, anyways, we have a game going on.
Yeah, speaking of eternal road work, well, Sky is going to need to be repaved after Bobo just keeps firing rockets into the ground. Popcorn and Snotty going to fall after Ponyo takes out Val, so a little bit back and forth here on the point. Not quite one tick captured, but Young Bomber's not really looking too hot right now. Milkshake, are they going to go for the reset or the contest? They went for the contest, didn't get it. And yeah, it looks like they're not really going to have much of a choice. Chocobros are going to force them off the point.
Objective A captured. Turret within my new defense point.
Bobo just firing some shots in onto the point, trying to build up that ult. They got hit by. They keep getting hit by Ana though, so they need to have Pikachu on them. You need that Far Mercy when you're going up against an Ana who actually knows how to aim. They do have the barrage though going into this fight, so we'll see how that plays out. Gets incredibly lucky with that hook. They managed to fall just out of line of sight, breaking the hook. Doesn't get anyone with a barrage, but does manage to live through it. Goes in hard, kills the Baptiste, kills Milksteak, kills Val. Nat retaliates on Snotty, but I don't know that it matters. Oh, that was crazy. The Dragon Strike comes through, doesn't find much. Popcorn will get Nat, though. That point is ticking away. I don't know if they can do anything to stop it. Now they can't. Okay, they took too long getting to the point. Round 1 complete in blazing quick time.
0 to 2.
I mean, 5 minutes is doable, right?
I mean, I've seen this map go to like 8-8 before.
I did that once. That was terrible.
Yep, it's not great.
Осторожно! Внимание! Всем пилотам явиться в командный пункт для
All right, 16 seconds remaining till we get to see the retaliation. If there is.
You think we're gonna see Torbjorn?
I hope we see Torbjorn. I hope we see Torbjorn and Bastion, you know?
I'm down with that.
Ready for battle.
And we see neither of that. That sucks.
I see neither of them. I do see Dive. I see Dive from the Young Bombers. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't
Dive,
like Dive
versus.
But I do like Sombra.
Attackers incoming.
Sombra's always good.
30 seconds.
You know, she's hot too, and that helps. All right, Bobo though on Junkrat, so we do at least have one meme hero.
Hey, Junkrat is a perfectly valid hero. Thank you very much.
He is, but he's still a meme. Like John Cena is a great professional wrestler, but he's a meme. The Rock is a great actor and great professional wrestler, but he's a meme.
Defend objective A.
You know, at first, whenever Rock was first getting into acting, I thought he was terrible, but he definitely stepped his game up.
He's fun. He's like, you know what? If I want to enjoy, if I want to just go to the movies and have a good time, I'm gonna go see a movie with The Rock in it. And speaking of rocks, Bobo just rocked Diva. That was ridiculous. Milkstick was trying to retreat. Bobo just chucked a grenade up into the air and blasted them out of the sky and got the D-Mech. That was crazy. Now they do have a Sombra in the back line. Oh, Young Pickles got called out there. Ooh, Popcorn knew where they were. Oh, they were trying to be so sneaky and hide, but it just didn't pan out. Ooh, and Layla's going to fall to Popcorn as well. Snotty then takes out Milksteak. The team is way too scattered right now. I get that they were maybe going for a back cap with Wrecking Ball, but these staggers just aren't doing them any favors, and they don't have enough ult. They don't have like any ult charge built up. They got nothing. Lightless going around trying to be sneaky. I don't know if they're just like, am I supposed to think that they're throwing, or like what are they doing here? Are they trying to force the rotation? Because didn't go for the cap on the point. I'm really not sure what Lightless is up to. Milksteak also can't really seem to pick a hero. So now they've moved on. They've played on 3 different heroes so far. They were the Wrecking Ball, they've been Zarya, they've been Roadhog, and they've been dead. More than
they might be just
else.
trying to find an answer, and I don't think they have one.
Yeah, no, they most certainly do not. Young Pickles will manage to get a kill, you know, just a little bit of value there, but it doesn't really matter. Snotty takes them out with a well-placed grenade to the face. All right, so we're gonna have to see what they're able to do with 1:50 remaining. Definitely will not match that 5-minute time bank. That's for sure. Yeah, the Choker Bros won on their first push. On both points. Milksteak goes in, tries to get the kill onto Ponyo, but is intercepted by Zarya, who just body blocks them with the shield as well. Light was going to fall once again to Popcorn and Ponyo. Okay, working in tandem here. And Popcorn, once again, just putting in crazy amounts of value for the team.
I don't think there's this split distraction technique is quite working out.
No, you know, generally, when you're splitting up and the enemy team is moving as a unit, you're just... You know what the term for that is? It's called feeding. Oh my god! That was just disrespectful. It didn't work, but,
Oh,
Ignored
Lucio,
Pi-
he just got fucking slapped. Did you see that? That was hilarious.
Ignored Pi hammered down a retreating milksteak and just let them retreat.
Get in there.
Did not kill them. Let them run. Just like pure flexing. But now Kaz and Young Pickles with a good opening, they take out the DPS line. Everyone else should be very killable at that point. Ponyo and Ignored Pi going to fall. Val capturing the point. It looks like they may actually be able in the 11th hour.
It's all up to Snotty.
Get this done. Yeah, can Snotty stop them? No. The answer is no.
Anyone want
That
to
being
join
said,
me?
are they going to go for the contest?
I don't think so.
Seconds remaining.
No, they're not. Okay, they're gonna let it go through. They still got to be very confident with that 5-minute time bank. So I mean, 3 minutes is still a good amount of time, and if they're able to win on this first capture, I don't imagine they're gonna be too heartbroken. But the disrespect from Popcorn there was pretty crazy.
I mean, Shatter and Nano could be huge, so if they do this right, they can definitely get this.
Yeah, they do have to deal with Torbjorn now though, which has proven to be a problem for them in the past. As we've seen. Bionate kill onto Bobo. Oh, that is just unfortunate. And now Popcorn just... Okay, well, you know. Just throws down the grav and just lets Popcorn just walk up and start shooting into them. I don't know how you come back from that. I'd be boomed personally if I got team killed by a Torbjorn.
The power of destruction.
And now Popcorn just going for the BM play, just diving on in there, distracting them a bit in their spawn room. A little bit of retaliation from Young Pickles with the tactical crouch. But they were so far forward that by the time the enemy team's able to capitalize on it, he'll have respawned and rejoined the fight. The respawn advantage on these 2 CP maps is just absolutely insane. Goodbye, Zarya. Milksteak is going to deal with you. Speaking of dealing with things, they need to deal with things a little quicker right now. Down goes Pikachu, but Bobo finds Young Pickles. They need to stop that from happening. They cannot let that Blade get any more kills. Bobo will find Nat, though. Popcorn gets a kill onto Kaz. Now we have a Nano Winston in play. That's something you don't see all that often, but here we are. I mean, they really don't have a whole lot else for options. With a minute remaining, they're going to get slept and melted.
Allow me to repair the
And I
damage.
think that may be all she wrote for the Young Bombers. I mean, they
They're gonna
have
have Primal, maybe.
they have time for another push, but ignore it, Pie. How? How? What? Okay. Okay. Good night, Lightless. And Young Pickles gets shut down early as well. These picks are just not good. They're gonna have one fight and maybe not even a full team to fight with.
Watching your back.
Now the dive
You're
in
powered up. Get in there.
and the blade. Okay, well, here lies the Young Bombers' hopes and dreams. Young Pickles does manage to kill the turret. Not much of a consolation prize at this point, but you take what you can get. I don't know that anyone's even going to be able to touch. I don't think anyone's going to even have touch. Maybe Moira?
10 seconds remaining.
Oh no, that's the other team, Moira. So yeah, no, they got nothing. Nat needs to get in there now. He's got 2 seconds. Okay, does manage to contest it, but is going to die immediately. As,
Actually
you
lasted
know.
longer than expected.
Well, I mean, it's a bulky boy just going up against 2 healers. There was only so much. Yep. Very cool, Lucio GG.
Victory.
Rip. That is going to be the match. That match was a little bit quicker than I was expecting it to be.
That was much quicker. I think it was one of the quickest matches I've casted in a while. It was a little bit less than 50 minutes
Look at
because we
this!
started late.
Look at this! What? What? Okay. Okay. Disrespectful. Disrespect from Popcorn. Popcorn saying fool me. Popcorn smurfing confirmed. Yeah, totally, 100%. He's smurfing from bronze for sure. I mean, look, if you're maining Torbjorn, chances are you are a bronze player, but I don't think that's true in this instance. Actually, let's check Popcorn stats. 46 hours on Widowmaker, 45 hours on Zenyatta, 36 on Lucio, 36 on Genji. So definitely a flex player here, moving between the healer and DPS roles. Not a ton of time on the tanks comparatively. You do have 19 hours on Winston and 29 on Roadhog, and then 22 on Diva. But yeah, you're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, your top 6 heroes as far as playtime are all DPS. Ironically enough, only 2 hours on Torbjorn, his second least played hero.
Maybe he should switch his main up.
Yeah, maybe a little. Definitely seems to be working out for him.
Or maybe just the young bombers are allergic to Torbjorn. Should counter with Torbjorn. I mean, come on now.
You know, some people just can't handle the Swedish meatballs in their face.
That is very true. Let's see if we can get someone in here. I mean, we got admins and OG members. If anybody sticks around, we can at least shoot the shit with them.
We could. OG members, please. We've only been around for what, like 3 or 4 months? 5 months?
What are you talking about?
When was the split?
I still consider Nevermore as part of the history of this place as well.
That's true.
But it was the 4th of July on that date.
God bless America.
I'm gonna pull Milk and Young Pickles. Who else we got? I'm gonna get Enya.
Alright, let's do some mystery deathmatch while we're doing this. Mess around a little bit.
Surprise!
Hello.
Hello, we're gonna bring a bunch of people in.
Oh, we are?
Is this being streamed right now?
It is
We
being
are.
streamed right now.
So don't use any racial slurs.
Okay.
You sound sick.
Yeah,
I
I've
know-
been sick for a few days.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be here. We got what the hell? I swear I just got Milk in here. You know, dragging people around Discord has to be the worst thing in the world. What's up, Milk?
Oh shit, I got dragged.
Yeah, we're having a team meeting in here.
Oh, okay.
A team v team meeting.
F it, we'll do it live. And we are.
Alright.
We're gonna bring the dynamic duo in here as well.
Oh.
Welcome, ladies. I know, I just randomly dragged you guys in.
Alright.
How'd the match go? What
So Popcorn,
do you
how
guys
does
have
it
to
feel
say?
to be a Torbjorn main?
It was fun. I
You
had
guys
a
are
good
too
time.
good. You guys, we're in the wrong
Put-
division.
Put 2.
No.
You have 2 hours on Torbjorn. 2, and you just
I mean,
destroyed
I
them
I
with
played
Torb.
Torb for one map, and Popcorn was not the one that carried. He was like one of 6 people who beat us, so.
Nah,
I
that's
wouldn't call him a Torb
definitely
main after that.
yeah, that's definitely not all me. There's probably if you want to interview someone, definitely ignore Pi. It's definitely big carry that round.
I wouldn't say that anyone really carried. I thought you guys all played pretty well.
Yeah.
It was a team effort, I would say. I don't feel like we got stomped by like any one person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, whatever you got to tell yourself.
No, you guys were.
That's what you saw. You saw him like.
I really think it was a whole team thing as well.
Yeah, I really think so
Because
too.
we are working together and
Oh,
we're
it was. I'm just
communicating
here to be.
together.
I'm just here to be divisive.
Yeah, you guys played so well together. You engaged properly, like always. Like
The frustrating part, yeah, like we were playing comps that should beat you on paper, but we weren't. Like you guys were just outplaying us a lot.
Well, it's because we don't run meta usually. Even when we scrim, we just play
That's
the
what I
heroes that
thought.
we're all comfortable with.
Yeah.
And that's always
I,
been a thing with us.
I like that. In amateur sports, you should not be solely reliant on what the pros do. I think that's like the smartest way to utilize your players is like, you know, utilize their
Plus,
skills.
I think a big thing is I think all of us, I think like all of us on our team, really just feel like this current patch is kind of bad. Like it's kind of boring. So we try to play to our strengths and what characters that we all play.
Yeah, and
And
we've seen a bit of that in the other divisions as where several of the winning teams that have made it far have been playing kind of off meta stuff, and it's nice to see, and I think we are going to get some cool meta changes when the next patch rolls around. But
yeah,
you know
for
who the
sure.
hell knows when that'll be. It's been on PTR for seemingly ever.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
confirmed
supposed to
by
be.
Father Jeffrey.
Allegedly.
Hopefully.
No,
Has everybody been
yeah,
practicing PTR, getting ready for that change?
yeah,
Yeah,
our
we
team
have
has been.
PTR.
Yeah, we've been scrimming a lot of PTR. We've been having a blast.
Same, so much more fun.
Shit,
Yeah.
that was our excuse. That was our excuse.
Hey, literally, it is a way more fun experience playing PTR. It's actually insane.
So you guys are really built a super strong team too. Like you guys have a
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really
Plus-
funny is they came into this like just whatever, we'll just fucking play for no goddamn reason, and all of a sudden they give a shit again. And they're actually practicing. Who would have guessed?
Oh, that's bad
Yeah.
news
Damn
for
it, Soldier!
everyone.
Burning our one S bomb.
Plus, I think too. It's like we also we scrum a lot of teams who just stick to herpy derp double shield meta.
Yeah.
And it's like we like practice a lot of like our
You know how to play against
off
it.
rolls.
And
Yeah,
we're trying to like stray away from like our comfort and scrimming teams that are like better than us. Like we're actually just scrimming like GM teams now.
That's
Just
great.
like
Yeah.
4.3 or so, just to try to get better.
Well, you
And
guys are close, right? Like you're getting up there, right?
I
I don't
think
even know what our average is. To be
Hi,
honest.
it's probably like
you up there
4
now?
point. No, Pi's still master. I think
No, I'm
mid
3-6
master.
right now. Yeah, like low masters.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I think
That's a
I think
fucking
top
shitty excuse, dude.
I think top four average is probably around like 4.1. Then the
Yeah,
whole
it's like
team's probably like
4.1.
3.8 maybe 3.7.
I feel like it matters more like what your team plays at anyway, though, as opposed to like
Yeah.
just a solid average. Like if you scrim at a
Yeah.
certain level, then that's
Mhm.
your team's level.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
I like that though. I'm a strong believer that like everyone watches these pros play these compositions and they're like that's what we have to do. But people play characters, right? Like people they like we're not pros yet. So
The thing about meta is that two teams of equal of equal strengths, like skill-wise, if one plays the meta comp and one doesn't, then the meta team is like gonna win. You have to outskill the other team if you're gonna play off meta.
yeah, for sure.
But the more I fucking frustrate myself doing this, the more I think like it takes like you got to be 4.3 for that to be relevant. Like when are you gonna actually find that team that is relative skill versus your relative skill? I haven't seen it yet. Like teams can utilize their players' abilities to a certain extent, of course. And I
So we
think it's
might have a philosophy differences here. We're gonna have to split off and make new teams.
no, I'll still be your bitch. I'll play whatever. Heal, tank, damage. I don't give a shit. No, but I think it's that was fun. Yeah, you guys are a good team. I really hope you keep pushing. You guys.
And let me reiterate something. I was not playing Torb the BM. I actually had strats and I had planned.
I mean, I said this. I said this on stream. You provided more value than I've ever seen a Torb provide, ever.
Thank you.
Do you guys see me kill 3
Except
of
maybe
you on
Defray.
Widow?
Yeah, I saw that. That was.
I killed 3 of you on Widow. Okay, that was we had given
disgusting.
up at that point.
Yo, what did you guys think of Vicious Lucio? Pretty good, huh?
What was he just throwing?
He had a very unique play style, very defined play style.
Very aggressive.
I was trying to figure out what was going on Havana there. I'm like, what is this Lucio up to here? He's kind of. I don't remember Lucio being a dive DPS hero.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Oh, I don't even think that was Vish. We got a couple of rare Lucios, maybe.
That was maybe me.
Funnier that was a good map. That was definitely.
Yeah,
good.
Havana was actually a good map. We actually
it
like
was.
we held our own. Yeah,
Mhm,
we
yeah,
could
for
tell you
sure.
guys had to try a little bit there. That was...
did.
we tried it every map. You can't say that.
Made them pay attention a little bit.
Yeah, we started getting a little bit sweatier.
Yeah.
No, it was a good map. That was of all the maps. That one was. I like that one.
Yeah, you guys definitely did very well there.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm excited to see
fun.
Freaks and Beaks versus you guys for sure.
Yeah, it's round 2.
Oh yeah, that round 2. I forgot about that.
You guys
This
beat the
time-
Freaks, right?
The first time. Yeah, last time.
Yeah,
It was we were the underdogs, right? At
Yes.
that time. Yeah, we were the underdogs. They were first seed, and we were like 4th seed.
I think they were down a couple players though, if I remember correctly. I think they had some
don't do
subs
that to
that they
them
had.
I don't even think that's accurate.
We
I
don't
think
know that.
Excuses.
pretty sure they had their main team there, or like one guy was off.
I think they had pretty good players.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all awesome.
Yeah, they rolled us the first 2
scrim-
maps. That's why. So
They
were
scrim near your range. Like they scrim in like 4.1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for that on this Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks.
Unless we reschedule it.
You like that? You like that, Soldier? That was just for you.
Popcorn is gonna be the new caster, new producer even.
I'm hoping I'm hoping I'll be around for that because that should be a really solid matchup.
Listen, I wish I could do that, but I don't think I'm PC enough for that.
Definitely not.
If I don't see Torb in that game, Popcorn, then it was VM.
You'll see it.
Look, I made a Cosby joke and I'm still employed. I think you'd be fine.
Oh god. Oh man. Yeah, definitely for sure. For, Sunday it's gonna be a really tight match. I definitely see it going 3-2 in our favor. I'm confident in our team, but it's gonna be a really hard one, I think.
Okay, but what we haven't talked about is Pika's play of the game.
The Mercy? Where you...
Yo, he didn't miss a shot, dude. Yo, he hit every shot.
We talked about it a little bit on stream. Don't worry, we weren't. We did not ignore that.
That was actually tight. Like he didn't hit. He didn't miss. Like that was sick.
Yeah,
Couldn't go for 3 though. So disappointing.
You know, he's a support main, but he actually knows how to aim. So you gotta be careful with that. Yeah.
Yeah. But Pickle still got 3K, so I mean, he's
Yeah,
still
Pickle's got 3K
pretty
as well,
insane
so
too.
that's
Yeah.
kind of sick. Yeah.
Killed Popcorn, teabagged him. Oh fuck! I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, oh, the tactical crouch.
Oh, I mean, yo, my shift key or my control.
Sticking. Yeah.
Yeah, sticky.
You
It
might get hit.
happens.
You might get hit 'cause you're dodging.
I spilled a drink. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. It happens. To the best of us.
You know, when I get sticky keys, it's for a less PG reason.
Oh, I didn't want to insert.
Interesting.
No.
And I think that's the end of the stream. God damn it, it's 11.
Well,
Good night, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
ruined
you
it.
guys for having me, and Kari and Pie and Milk and.
Thank you all
And
for the
everybody.
great
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Great
GG's,
games,
guys.
Yep, GG's.
Everybody have a
Always
good
see you
night.
next
Thank
game.
you guys. Yeah,
Good night.
thank you.
Good night.
Hey, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Speed Lemon.
Good night.